By the end of the first millennium AD, one small group of 9 French crusaders form under the name Knights Templar.
Now, the official story is that they were created to protect pilgrims visiting the Holy Land, right? Well, there's 9 of these guys for 9 years. I mean, they're going to protect a lot of pilgrims. Of course, it was a cover story. They went to Jerusalem, and they stayed there for 9 years, and they were searching for something, and it seems they found it, whatever it was. And suddenly things changed very rapidly. This small little 9-man organization started to massively expand. It became one of the most, if not the most influential organizations in Europe. To join the Templars, you had to give them all your wealth and land, and they were signing up the noble families of Europe. They became massively wealthy, massively quickly.
The Knights Templar were holy, at the same time they were engaged in warfare. And because of these 2 attributes, they needed money. They needed money to pay for their warfare. And they had a real ability to raise money because they could call on people's piety to pay for their expenses.
They were the people that built the fantastic structures like the pyramids and stuff with knowledge that a primitive people would never have been able to do.
The reason a lot of the ancient knowledge had to be kept secret was simply because the knowledge they had would have empowered the people. And that is not what the ruling leadership desired.
With some of the most famous people in the world today, you find that their rituals are an absolute mirror of the ones that were carried out in Babylon, in Egypt, and the ancient world in general. It's an unbroken span of manipulation from the far ancient world to the present day. The structure by which the world is controlled by a few people, literally a handful at the very top, is like Russian dolls, one doll inside another, inside another, inside another. I call this web in which they all fit the Illuminati, the illuminated ones, illuminated into knowledge that the rest of us don't get. And that Illuminati has been manipulating for centuries to bring about what is now appearing before our eyes.
It all started over 1,000 years ago when a French king conquered the holy city of Jerusalem. This crusade, one of the most massive and sweeping in history, was actually orchestrated by a secret brotherhood, the Priory of Sion, and their military arm, the Knights Templar.
But the Templars were created to protect the Holy Land.
That was a cover, to hide their true goal, according to this. Yes. Supposedly the invasion was to find an artifact, lost since the time of Christ. An artifact, it was said, the church would kill to possess.
Did they find it, this buried treasure?
Put it this way. One day the Templars simply stopped searching. They quit the Holy Land and traveled directly to Rome. Whether they blackmailed the papacy or the church bought their silence, no one knows, but it is a fact. The papacy declared these priory knights, these Knights Templar, of limitless power. By the 1300s, the Templars had grown too powerful, too threatening. So the Vatican issued secret orders to be opened simultaneously all across Europe. The Pope had declared the Knights Templar Satan worshippers, said God had charged him with cleansing the earth of these heretics. The plan went off like clockwork. The Templars were all but exterminated. The date was October 13th, 1307, a Friday.
Friday the 13th.
The Pope sent troops to claim the Priory's treasure, but they found nothing. The few surviving knights of the Priory had vanished.